Well, drought will continue to spread through eastern Australia this week. We are crying out for some rainfall. Here's a stat for you. Griffith, only 39 millimetres of rain so far this year. It's been the driest start to a year in more than 50 years. Take a look at this shot. It shows you exactly how dry it is on the ground through western parts of New South Wales. This shot is from Dubbo. There's not much green there. There's a lot of brown, and the farmers are hand-feeding stock through some western parts of New South Wales. Of course, much of Queensland is also in drought. It has been for years, and we have dry conditions through eastern South Australia, northern Victoria and Western Australia. You're still waiting for your autumn break. We have not seen any rainfall over the last few weeks across the wheat belt. At the moment, the dry spell is due to this blocking high. We call it a blocking high because it's blocking the typical eastward movement of weather systems. That high will sit in the Bight for at least another week. Now, we are seeing a weak front bringing showers to the southeast through Thursday and Friday, but otherwise we only have some coastal showers for the east coast. The rest of the nation is looking dry. We'll start with Queensland. We've had some solid falls overnight. We're expecting some rain on Thursday and early Friday, even through the eastern inland. It's due to an upper trough, but it moves away from the coast on Friday, which means by later Friday, it's just back to coastal showers in the southeasterly trade winds, and most areas will pick up less than 10 millimetres. But we are seeing, through some of these coastal areas, anywhere exposed to a southeasterly, there's the risk of heavier falls, more like 20 or 30 millimetres over the next couple of days. For southeastern Australia, we've got a cold front moving through over the next 36 hours. With it, widespread showers for Tasmania on Thursday, and later Thursday spreading up to southern Victoria. On Friday, some of the showers will even push up towards the Murray River, but only very light falls north of the Great Dividing Range. Most agricultural parts of South Australia will pick up very light falls, but this is not the system you're waiting for. If we look at the totals altogether over the next week, only 1 to 5 millimetres for most of Victoria, apart from the coast, and similar totals for South Australia. About 20 millimetres for the Victorian coastline, much heavier falls, in excess of 50 millimetres though for western parts of Tasmania. Well, New South Wales and Queensland, the wait continues for significant rainfall. And because we have clear skies and light winds, we're going through a run of frosty nights right now. Canberra's already had 3 consecutive nights below freezing. There's more on the way Friday morning. That darker blue shows temperatures below 5 degrees, so widespread frost, a little bit of fog as well in the mix. Saturday morning again, very cold overnight temperatures through most of Australia, indicated by that darker blue, which shows single-digit minimums. And again on Sunday, cold overnight temperatures. In the west, it's the complete opposite. We have a northeasterly airstream, and because of that blocking high in the Bight, we'll continue to see a northeasterly airstream every single day for the next week. Perth's already had 8 days in a row above 24. You're probably going to end up with another 7. We'll see that northeasterly with temperatures climbing over 25 degrees, this orange shading here, right down towards the Perth metropolitan area. That's going through to Saturday, but I could have showed any day really over the next week. It would have looked the same. And just finally, here is the map then as we move into the early part of next week. Now, there's our high pressure system. We need this system to move out of the way to allow some cold fronts to push up to southern Australia. Now, we're going to take this through all the way towards the end of next week. We don't normally do this. It's a long way out. But we need to do it because otherwise the map will just look the same. Finally, that high, around Thursday or Friday, heads over southeastern Australia. And if that does occur late next week, it will allow a front with this band of rain to hit the west coast. So that's the next system we're watching. And then eventually, perhaps in 2 weeks' time, we might see these fronts bringing some rain to southeastern Australia.